All right, family. You live with the general. You already know what time it is. We got fire today, family. We're gonna be talking about some information that might be mind blowing. You never heard before, dealing with South Africa having nuclear bombs. I never knew that. But we're gonna talk about it today. Also, before we get started, family, get on over there to Patreon. Over 605 live stream. We highlighting. This is you got to buckle in for this one, family. Secret genetic experiments, human animal hybrids. Ooh, you better watch out. You understand? You wondering why a lot of these people crazy out here. They ain't all the way human. Some of them is hybrids and got, let's talk about it now. Let's talk about it. But anyway, family, yeah, it's very intriguing to know, that, South Africa, and I'm thinking to myself, well, why would South Africa build nuclear bombs? You know why? Because they feared that Africans might unite in the southern tip of Africa, not just South Africa, but other African nations, Zimbabwe and other nations in the southern tip of Africa might unite and want to run the Europeans, the criminally insane Europeans down in South Africa that then took over the land and enslaved the people down in South Africa. They might want to get their land back, and they would be outnumbered. And so that not only, man, they had all type of chemical warfare for the people, all type of chemical, biological warfare. They had a crazy, what was that guy's name? But let's drop this that, South Africa developed 6-gun type nuclear weapons between the 1980s and the 1990s, with the program officially terminated in 1989 and dismantled by 1993. It is the only country in the world to develop nuclear weapons and voluntarily destroy its arsenal. And I was like, well, wow. So the key timeline in this is that in 1967, started in 1967 to the 1970s, their nuclear weapons program began in South Africa. In 1979, possible unreported nuclear tests, they call it the Velva incident. So and so, I mean, how you not going to, possible, goddamn, you can't, how you going to let off a damn nuclear bomb and don't nobody feel it? Somebody going to know something. That's Earth, that's going to sound like a damn volcano going off. All right. 1980s, listen. This is in the 1980s. 6 operational Hiroshima type atomic bombs were built for black people, to protect themselves from a possible retaliation by black people in the southern tip of South Africa. Not just South Africa, the country, but South Africa in general. You see, 1989, 1990, President F.W. de Klerk ordered the termination of the program and the dismantling of the bombs. Okay. And in 1993, public announcement of the program's existence and subsequent dismantling. So the weapons were originally developed. Listen. The weapons were originally developed as a deterrent against Soviet influence in Angola and Cold War escalation intended to threaten intervention from external powers. Believe that if you want to. You understand? We know what was going on down there. Y'all was, y'all was in fear that them, some black people might run in there on you. You see, but this is critical that we need to know that. And this other guy who was actually, let me get this guy's name. The doctor who created chemical and biological warfare in South Africa. Dr. Wouter Bassan. That's his name. They call him nickname Dr. Death. You see, nicknamed Dr. Death by the media, was a cardiologist and former special forces brigadier who found and led South Africa's clandestine chemical and biological warfare CBW program. Okay, and under there, let me see. Listen to this. We got to talk about it. You see, we got to talk about it because, we know our people in South Africa been going through some shit. They've been going through some shit. And so, but it's just like a mirror. It's like a mirror, resume of what's going on over here, because they over here doing the same thing. Tuskegee, not what I'm talking about, Tuskegee, syphilis, experiment, and all other kind of stuff that they don't even talk about. People don't know that Adolf Hitler and the Nazi program, they over here studying the United States. You see, they were studying the eugenics program to get their program. Ain't that something? Yeah, they studying they German cousins over here. Y'all didn't know English is a Germanic tribe. Well, at least it's a Germanic language, and that's because them Germans ran up in there on them. You see, ran in there on them. Okay. You got listen to this. What he created. Bassan and his team developed lethal toxins for targeting anti-apartheid activists, including poisons delivered via everyday items like cigarettes, chocolates, and walking sticks. Man, this man is out his damn mind. And do you know that man still exists today? And they was hire him. Somebody hired that man. I seen, where they were still hiring this man for medical jobs and shit. Say narcotic production. The project manufactured massive quantities of street drugs like Mandrax and ecstasy, allegedly to pacify black communities or for use in crowd control or for use in crowd control grenades. So, I mean, what did you fuck? I mean, so you putting the shit in, you throw a grenade and the smoke and the motherfucker go off and it's full of ecstasy and all type of, so you going crazy out there. Man, so damn, ecstasy? Damn, I didn't know. I mean, did this man actually create ecstasy? The damn Dr. Death over there in South Africa? Is that the same ecstasy? That's crazy. That's crazy. That, you know what I'm saying? That you wouldn't even know professional conduct. And so they found him of unprofessional conduct for his role in the CBW program. However, this finding was later set aside in 2019 due to the alleged bias within the presiding committee. So he still and has a practice as a cardio. He's still practicing and has practice as a cardiologist in Cape Town, though his employment at various medical facilities has faced significant public protest. So this man is still being employed in South Africa after all this shit that he's done. You know what I'm saying? I would like to know how many actual Afrikaners and Boers and that were actually in South Africa during the time of apartheid and were a part of the very oppression, operation, mutilation and genocide and and still actually living in South Africa. Living in South Africa, being employed in South Africa. We need to know about this. But this is it's very, that crazy to know that South Africa had nuclear weapons. They had nuclear bomb. Now they say it was but we already know we see what they was doing with the biological and chemical weaponry that they were developing. Now, imagine a nuclear bomb. A nuclear bomb. Imagine that. Ain't nobody else got nuclear bombs. They talking about Angola and Angola didn't have no nuclear bombs. They say they gave them away. But who knows? I mean, look at the Israelis. Shit, they don't even acknowledge they got a goddamn nuclear program. But anyway, family, I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all get over there to Patreon. Click the link at the top of the chat. Secret genetic experiments, human animal hybrids. Buckle in for that one, family, because it's gonna blow the mind. I'll see y'all black here in a minute. Black power.